Hey everyone, and welcome back to a Weird Frontier. Had a little bit of a break, so we'll get into a recap here in a second. But before we do that, when we go around and introduce ourselves and introduce your characters, pronouns, class, race, all that kind of stuff. Anita, why don't you go first? And welcome back.
Hello, everybody. I am everybody's favorite token human, Stella's best friend, and ship engineer, and mystic, Agnes, also played by Anita. Hi.
Okay, awesome.
Is that
Rose.
it? Is that it?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, pronouns.
Oh yeah,
Pronouns.
pronouns.
She, they,
She, they.
for both of us.
Awesome.
It's been a while.
You're good. Rose.
Hi, I'm Rose. I play Perdita or Purdy or Perdita, however you want to pronounce it. She goes by she, her, and I go by they, them, just to make it very confusing for everyone. I play a Moside envoy, which basically just means that I talk and that's it.
Love that for you. Uh, oh man. Isabel.
I am Isabel. I am playing Aurora, who is an android operative. And both of our pronouns are she, they as well.
Awesome, awesome. Gus.
I'm Gus, playing he, him, playing Finbar, he, they. Finbar is a android techno mage.
Awesome. And our captain.
Yeah, I am Casper the MB Ghost, and I am playing Captain Stella Lupum, who is a Star Wolf operative.
Awesome. Pronouns.
Uh, Stella goes by any because I keep forgetting which ones I picked for her. And I go
Icon.
by they them.
Okay, perfect. And I am Pluto. I use they, them, and I will be playing every other character that they encounter. Specifically today, Chet's. The adorable he, him, blue collier Canis. But with that, let's get into our recap. Isabel volunteered before the stream to do so. So Isabel, take it away.
Okay, so let me refer to my notes of emotional damage. Last episode, we all underwent a super fun, very chill, good vibes ritual performed by the lovely Chex and Anita. Or Agnes, Anita was playing her. So we each had our own little sort of memory flashback dreams. In Aurora's, they woke up in a sort of normal suburban house with a lovely little note from their wife, their past lives wife, a little frittata in the oven. They checked their messages, and people were calling them Flickr and asking them to come into the office right away for a report. And so Aurora was just immediately trying to figure out what was going on, doing some investigating and trying to log into their own computer and figure out what was going on in this past memory. Meanwhile, in someone else's dream, Stella awoke midst firefight, like midst like battle against Felonians. Immediately just went straight back into like military precision mode, and pulled off some amazing maneuvers against the Felonians. Unfortunately, no one saw those amazing maneuvers, or at least no one honest. And instead, their colleague and everyone's least favorite Nepo baby, Ruff, got all of the credit for the amazing victory against the Felonians. And Stella went off to complain loudly in a bar, and ended up having a little bit of a confrontation against Ruff. And I would like to beat up Ruff now. Finn had a similar experience to Aurora, but a different reaction. Finn awoke in a sort of high-rise office building and like was dressed in like a suit and was around all these people who were calling him something else. And he immediately just tried to run away. They said, no, thanks. I don't want to know any of this. Get me the hell out of here. And did everything in their power to leave, running into Amelia, who was Aurora's past life's wife, apparently working in the same building. Although Finn was able to get out of the building, the fact that this was a memory pulled them back into a boardroom meeting where there was a presentation on the reclamation of Saturn. Meanwhile, Perdita awoke to find herself having a great day at Greyhawk and just absolutely killing it, getting ready for a promotion, treating her secretary to some nice little treats and setting up some things because she just knew she was about to be promoted to a VP. Her and Natasha were called into a meeting with the president of Greyhawk, wherein Perdita was robbed and absolutely robbed of her promotion and was put in an extremely uncomfortable position and had a very tense conversation with her boss while everyone else celebrated Natasha. Her boss, also the worst boss you've ever had in your life, would also like to punch that guy in the face.
Really didn't give both me and Isabel PTSD from work experiences.
Totally did not give us office PTSD. It was a little bit too real. And so, yeah, Purdy basically eventually, after taking a lot of condescension from her boss, just lost it at him, yelled at him about how she's given her pretty much like a good chunk of her Moside life to this company, and was escorted out by security. Let's see. We ended back with Aurora, aka Flicker, Aurora's past life, where they received the coldest email I've ever even heard about anyone receiving, where they were informed that Dr. Sloan and Amelia were killed in, I believe it was in an accident, or some sort of explosion. Yeah, sure, okay. And so Flicker / Aurora had a little bit of a meltdown around that. The entire party who was a part of the ritual then awoke in a gray void. And the androids had a little bit of an emotional coping moment while the captain tried to figure out what the hell was going on. Eventually, we were able to walk through a door of light, and we each got flashes of the gods. Or whatever these sort of figures that are influencing us that we know of right now. So everyone got a flash of whatever figure in the box was influencing them, as well as some other mysterious figure who was able to save them or pull them out of there. So I believe... actually, I might leave it to Pluto to recap the gods, but I believe that is where we ended with everyone awaking and catching up checks on what we saw.
We also
Yep.
got hand tattoos.
Yep, you all got tattoos
Welcome to hand
in the
tattoos.
symbols of the
And
gods who
Purdy's-
saved you at the end of your little dream sequences.
Yes.
Purdy got my god. I'm mad about that.
Yep, Purdy got Cerberus
Yes.
tattooed on their hand. Stella
It's
had
okay, I'll
a,
start wearing
I believe
gloves.
Stella had a spear. Finn
Yeah.
had a trident, and Aurora had a winged helmet tattooed
Yes.
on their hands. We'll leave what gods those are to your own imagination. It's not obvious
Oh, could it
whatsoever.
be?
But with all that, we left it off with Agnes waking up and you hearing them coming downstairs. But before that happens, we're going to flash back to when Agnes went to sleep. So
Yay.
Agnes, let's dive into some of this. So Agnes, how old was Agnes when the ritual happened?
It was probably about 12 years ago.
Okay.
Agnes was pretty old.
Okay. You head to bed after the ritual. You wake up almost like immediately. You're back in your body the day of the ritual. You look around, you're in the compound. You're in one of the tents that they had set up around like the area that you guys had like carved out in like one of the areas out of the city, out like more the wilderness area on Bacchus. No one seems to be in the tent with you, but you know preparations have to get going here soon. You got probably a few hours till the ritual needs to start.
Yeah, I think I'm going to is this Agnes present or Agnes like modern day Agnes in previous Agnes body?
So present Agnes is watching past Agnes. You can't control what's happening, but you're watching like the memory, like vividly.
Yep. All right. Thank you for that clarification.
Yep.
So Agnes stands up, stretches. Agnes actually isn't slouching compared to how they normally present themselves on the ship. They stand a little bit straighter, a little bit taller. They get dressed in a different jumpsuit, not like a mechanic's jumpsuit. This one is it's almost like a tracksuit. And sets out from the tent. Says hello to a couple other people in similar tracksuits. And starts to walk towards the central chamber where they're making preparations, getting that underway.
Yeah, you see like a lot of the people just running around trying to get like some of the stuff set up, like taking a lot of the tents down that are empty now, clearing out the area and such. The main compound, it's like there's like a building, like you guys kind of like set up like a makeshift like building right near the ritual circle that you were preparing. You see Jonesy and his second in command kind of just sitting there looking over a table, looking at like preparations they need to finish the circle and get everything set up.
Where am I today, Jonesy?
Oh, I'm gonna need your help with some of the runes in the center there. If you go to like the center apex of the ritual circle and just type, he looks around, he grabs a tablet, just get these runes set up there in this formation.
Yep.
We should be prepared to go here in the next hour or so. I'm just getting some last minute materials and we should be ready.
You know I'm on it.
I know you are.
Agnes is gonna start setting the tablets up and getting everything organized and ready to go.
Give me a mysticism roll.
Absolutely. Okay. That is a 25.
25. Okay. Let's see. Might help it if I bring up my skill DC thing. GM screen. There we go. Okay, let's see. I believe you guys are way past the level for this. This is the 8 plus 4, 2, so 22 is challenging, I believe. Or no, 27 is challenging. Okay. So yeah, with the 25, It takes you a little bit of time. The ritual circle's huge. It's like 100 yards long from
That
one
tells me
end
there's
to the
so many of
other.
us doing this
Yeah,
work.
you see some people like on the edges. Like there's probably like 20 people on the very edge of the circle where it's a lot like more mapped out, and then there's like multiple pentagrams like in between the outer circle and the inner circle, kind of looped, and there's like very people like on their hands and knees very delicately like burning in runes up the lines leading back to the center circle. Um, there's only one other person helping you in the center, and it takes you guys maybe about like 30 minutes or so to get all the runes carved out intricately in like the right spots to set up.
Excited for tonight?
Yeah, so we've been working for, right? It should be. I really don't know what we're doing in the ritual. He hasn't really told us much, but hopefully this does what we want it to do, right?
Well, yeah, that's a portal to talk to the gods, right? That's what we're in this for.
It's insane to think that we can actually do that.
It's wild.
I,
Listen, I'm jazzed. I'm excited.
yeah, to think that they were real in the first place when they found out some years ago, and now we're actually going to be able to talk to one of them. This is like crazy, right? Like our ancestors back on what is it, Ceres now? Like they had no idea what was out there. It's crazy to believe we are in this position now.
Well, this goes back even further than that.
Yeah, it's
This is old.
very old, but cool. This is going to
This
be.
is
Just
this is everything.
think of what they'll do for us. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. As soon like, what are you gonna ask? This is the Lady of Perpetual Mysteries. What are you gonna ask her?
I have no idea. I didn't think that far. He's starting to look nervous. Like, oh shit! I was supposed to think of that, wasn't I? Fuck. How much time do we have left?
Oh, I mean, probably got a couple hours left.
Okay.
Think on it. Pray on it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna ask her anything too terribly important. It's not like the secret of life or anything.
That'd be a pretty big ask.
Yeah.
I heard that the secret of the life was like 42 or something, but I think that was just
Yeah,
some
that's from
old
like
book.
that's an old book, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I still can't believe this is happening. I'm gonna go. I think we're good here, right?
Yeah,
I think
everything looks
that's
in order. I'll
correct.
give him a pat on the back.
Okay.
Hey, whatever
Okay.
you ask, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Awesome. I need to
What's the
go.
worst that can happen?
Yeah, I'm not sure this will go completely fine. I'm gonna head off. You want to tell Jonesy that everything's set up?
Yeah, can do.
Okay, perfect.
I'll run back to him.
Yeah, he scrambles off, very meticulously trying to make sure he runs in between all the like. You guys are completely surrounded by runes,
It's
so you
almost like
can't.
playing hot
Yeah,
scraps
you
over
have to be
top of
very. You
like
two have to be
a
very
ritual
careful
circle.
the way out. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you have to be careful not to paint yourself into the corner.
Yeah. You look over at Jonesy's on the side, like prepping a lot of materials. He has like what looks like a full like alchemy type setup. Beakers everywhere, like pestles with different ingredients crushed up in front of him. He's like just completely sleeves rolled up, covered in sweat, just like fully into this, whatever he's doing to prepare for the ritual.
Northeast quadrant's done. I'm
Okay.
about to take a quick break, and then I'll be back to help you out with the alchemy if you want.
Okay. Did Tim already head off after helping you?
Yeah, Tim's already gone.
Okay, I'll need you and Tim on the outer north edge of the circle at the apex
Oh,
of the circle to contain the energy there.
yeah.
So you'll be just outside the circle, and he just like points like not even 10 feet behind him because the compound is like right at the north end of the circle.
Okay, so cardinal direction north, so earth.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. I'll
perfect.
keep us grounded.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna start
Always.
getting the material sent out there, but yeah, you still have let's just watch 30 minutes or so before you need to start getting everyone positioned and start getting this ready. If you just tell everyone to get ready their positions, and you see like a very crudely like one of those old dry erase boards, just like red lines everywhere connecting where everyone has to be on the circle. If you just get everyone in position when you have a chance.
Yeah, can do. I'll make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Okay, perfect. You're a lifesaver, Agnes. Thank you.
Listen, I'm just here to help.
Okay, awesome. I should know. We didn't really describe Jonesy. Jonesy is he's a Ceres human, so he's a lot smaller than Adnus. he's like average height for an earth male, so like about 5'9", but very old, probably like with ages in the future, like 120-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of it's like the equivalent of like 80 now. But kind of like liver spots, wrinkles, skin kind of sag, has like that bald and haircut, just a little bit of hair on the sides. But a lot sprier than he looks. Is he just kind of like is moving full speed out doing all the ritual preparing. But yeah, you head off. You see everyone kind of scrambling about. You see some people trying to just relax, and some people are like rushing around the circle still, getting some preparations done, and then everyone else is breaking down tents.
Lottie, I'm gonna need you over there in the
Oh,
west
okay.
quadrant.
Sounds good.
We're getting everybody sort of in their positions. So you're gonna be in the west quadrant. Um, Paul, right? That's your name? Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
you are in the southeast.
Southeast, southeast. Which direction? Southeast again?
Okay. Right there.
Oh, okay. Cool. You see him just like
Little
scurry off while you're still pointing and looking back as your pointer where he needs to go.
little to the left.
Oh, okay. I see the symbol. I got it.
Yep, you got it. Awesome. All right. And Agnes is just getting everybody in position, ready to
Awesome.
go.
Yeah, you get everyone in position. And you take your place up north with Tim. They're like kind of like on each side of that symbol there. Everyone else has like one symbol assigned to them on the edge, and then everyone else is actually in the circle itself. Jonesy walks around. He has like this giant bowl trailing behind him with some type of potion that he made in it, and he's handing out little cups of potion to everyone in the circle. Okay, everyone. I think we're ready. I'm gonna start chanting in the middle. When you see the magic start to build, I need you all to drink the potion and step into the circle. Those of you on the outer edges, and then the effect should open the gate.
We're ready to step through.
Okay. So he starts chanting. You see purple magic start to like haze up, like smoky from the symbols. You see everyone around you start to take the potion. You take your potion, right?
Agnes is gonna
Tim
take
takes
a
his.
drink.
Tim lets. He's like, oh, I guess this is it, and he steps into the circle.
I think we figured out your question.
Well, so I'm gonna wing it, I think. But we'll see. You two step in, and like immediately once everyone's in, sounds dead. Like you can see him still chant in the center, but you can't hear anything. You can't even hear like any of your movement. Like your jumpsuit's very like that slicky material. You don't even hear that movement as you like adjust yourself with the magic. The magic starts to get really erratic. It starts to turn like a blood red. And from what you know, this was supposed to stay like kind of like a very low key build up until the portal opened. But it seems to be like almost hazy. And as you look down the runes, like blood is starting to leak out of the runes. Give me a mysticism roll.
Absolutely. That's a really good roll. That is an 18 plus 14.
32. Awesome.
32.
I'm also going to roll for Tim here. What's your modifier?
Plus 14.
We'll give Tim the same. He only rolled a 25, but it's still good enough for this. So you and Tim like made eye contact. You're looking around like, I don't think this is what's supposed to happen.
Can you hold it?
I can try. He kind of like he does some like Stephen Strange type like circle magic. Chase like pulling at like reality itself and trying to ground out the magic around you. And you see something reach through one of the portals he's using magic and pull his arm in, and his arm just gets ripped off.
I yank him back.
I don't think this is right.
This is not right. Agnes is going to run towards the center of the circle.
You run towards the center of the circle. As you do so, give me a is it awareness in this? I play too many games.
Perception.
Yeah, perception. Okay, give me a perception check.
All right. Very good at those. Okay, that's a That's another 32. That's 16 plus 16.
These runes are bleeding some like strong ichor from them, and they're starting to pull towards the other people. And as you run towards the center, you feel a burst of energy, and demons pop out of the rooms and start attacking all the people inside the circle, except for Jonesy. Who, and if you look over at Jonesy, you see like these demonic symbols start to appear on his skin, and he starts to float off the ground.
I am going to full bore tackle Jonesy.
You run and jump to tackle him, and you hit a barrier and bounce off and land 5 feet back. You see now there's like an orb of energy like around him. You can just see it. It's very translucent, but being this close, you can kind of see the shimmer, and you just see him like he's full on cackling, but you still cannot hear a thing. Like you could hear Tim, you feel like, because you were in that same symbol. But as soon as you broke formation, you can see people screaming and trying to counter these demons around you, and you can't hear a thing. You can't even hear yourself breathe. And as you're getting your grounding, you feel a pulse of magic just to turn around to see Tim with his hand extended out of you, and he sends you flying from the ritual circle. And the last thing you see before you pass out, you see a pulse of magic. The circle explodes. Jonesy is gone, and there's a crater where the circle was. And you smack your head on the ground and pass out.
As Agnes is flying through the air, Agnes is saying a prayer. Mother of mysteries, protect me.
You feel something reach out. But in this moment, kind of the Agnes that you're watching and you in the present both feel 2 different presences reach out at the same time. And as you snap asleep, as you hit the ground in your memory, you wake up in like this black void. White smoke everywhere at like around like shin level, and you just see a like archway of a door, a golden door, but like it's just like a silhouette in darkness. And actually stepping through that door are 2 figures. The first one is a woman you're very familiar with, Lady Trivia. Very tall, like Plutonian looking woman, but with like dark purple skin and like almost like looking at the night sky. And next to her he looks like an android, like Finn and Aurora, but he's in like a copper metallic color, and his body is completely made out of clockwork engines. Like it's all like gears and gadgets that you can see like ticking, and like as he moves, it seems like you can see how they twist inside of him. Agnes, how are you doing, my dear?
What happened?
The ritual that you and your friend conducted had some strong repercussions on your friends. They're probably seeing some strong stuff as those creatures are trying to hold on to them. Some of our brethren, this is I'm trying to think of mythology. What would Hephaestus be to Nitz? Yeah, what Vulcan be to Nitz? Nephew or something like that? I don't know. This is my relative Vulcan. He's here to give you his blessing, but we'll get to that in a second. The others will be meeting some of my other brethren here soon to try to help them fight what they're doing. But I took the opportunity to use some of the residue to talk to you. Sorry you had to see that again. I needed to use the moment that we met to do this.
It was the point where our connection was strongest. I get that.
Yeah. Those artifacts that you guys found were supposed to be locked away for a very long time.
Clearly, they weren't.
Yeah. Someone disturbed them and set them up in a way for you guys to find them. They weren't even on Pluto. We buried them deep in Ceres's core long ago.
Then who has that kind of power?
I don't know. This is one mystery I cannot figure out. Someone was able to get by my sight and seems to have drawn you and your companions into this mess.
Um, well, then how do we stop it if you can't stop it and you don't know who caused it? What hope do we have? We're mortals.
She gestures to Vulcan and he steps forward, like a very monotone voice. I think that would be where I step in. Me and the others of the 12 and the Pantheon have a little more reach in the universe than the Titans, like the lady here do. We've already given the blessing to some of your companions, and I would like to give my blessing to you. When you awake, the others should be fine. Corruption should be gone, and they should have their blessings. Our pantheons, I know you are aware, are scattered. Like our different temples are scattered across Saturn. There will be items at each temple for you guys to find. However, the path from Zeus to the other cities will be treacherous. Think of this as a test. You guys are able to gather the 5 items. It might be enough to give you the boost you need, but the forces unwork, and the cults that worship these demented icons are they won't give up. If they find these items, they will stop at nothing to get them, as you've already seen. The evil and corruption back on Earth, which is now Ceres, has the evil has personified itself in some of the most iconic things in, I believe it was America's culture. These 7 icons have become more powerful, corrupted, and they don't like being restrained to one planet.
If we can't restrain them, and can we hide them? And I look at Trivia. You keep supernatural forces. You use your mists to keep the supernatural away from the prying eyes of evil men and women.
We can try,
Beings.
but we need to figure out who's behind this. I'm going to need you to try to root out whoever's hand is in this. I believe people that hired you were from Europa. Your answers may lay there. I'm not sure. Whoever is operating behind all of this is still cloaked for me, even at this moment. They have to be using powerful magic.
Hide yourself from a god devoted to
Mysteries.
and
Yeah,
hiding things.
it's insane.
It's incredible. All
Yeah.
right. Put me back, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll,
Whenever you're ready, just
yeah,
pass through that door there, and you will have Vulcan's blessing upon your awakening.
one more. What's one more?
I believe in you, dear. I chose you for a reason.
I know.
Now go protect your party. They need you, as you've seen so far.
Yeah. A lot of good I am for protecting people. And
And
Agnes will walk through the door.
she leans over and just kisses you like right on your forehead and pats you on the back as you enter the portal, and you snap awake back in your bed at Chet's place.
Agnes will lift up the sleeve and look at the mark next to the other mark.
So this mark is on the back of your left hand, and it's just a little symbol of an anvil in all black.
Lift the arm up a little and find the wheel.
Yep. Very identical, just a black silhouetted symbol, very similar to the one that Trivia gave you many years ago. But you can feel the magic is gone from downstairs.
All right. Better go say hi to the fam.
Okay. And
Agnes will walk downstairs.
we are back to where we left off as you guys hear Agnes coming down the steps.
Ah, I had a heck of a sleep. Real good.
Are we also like scattered around where the ritual was?
Yep.
Just like fully
You're
just a
in
bunch
like
of
you're like
messes?
in the same area, general area, but you're not in the circles. You've definitely
Okay,
like
okay.
ended up in different parts of the room.
Stella, you got a
I'd like
knife?
I'd like to think that at the very least, Chex put like pillows under everybody's head.
Yeah,
like, little
yeah.
blankets on folks.
Yeah.
It's like a slumber party downstairs.
You do see
I'm-
you do see the charred remains of Stella's jacket. You don't know how it caught on fire during the ritual, but it did. But you see they've already
Had to.
grabbed. You see them grabbing one. You see them grabbing one off of Chet's shelves as you're coming down the steps. A new jacket.
I could repair the old one if you want.
I'm also like just staring at this new tattoo on the back of my hand, and then like staring at Purdy's, and then mine, and then Purdy's, and then mine, and I'm like,
Agnes is gonna grab like a pair of fingerless gloves off the shelf and put them on.
I love that for you. Yeah, you can easily just grab. He has like a whole area for like magical clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just grab a
Can't
pair of
you
like
imagine
protective
they're, like,
gloves.
white silk gloves.
They're whatever Anita wants them to look like. That's what they
I
are.
don't know. They're just like just plain black leather with just the fingers cut off.
this is so dumb.
Like
Trying to remember exactly where we left off.
So you left off all waking up from and noticing your new blessings that you had on your hands from the gods.
It's the wrong god. I don't mind the blessings or whatever. It's just I don't know this man.
Well, you see Chets is like, well, if I remember, you worship Cerberus, or correct? At least that's the vibe I've gotten on you.
Yes.
That's not. I know that is Cerberus on your friend's hand, but that's technically the symbol of Lady Pluto.
Real life Pluto, I have a question.
Yes.
The android relationship to the gods, I believe we discussed they weren't super interested in the gods.
Mm-mm.
How much do Finn and I even believe in the gods or care about the gods? Like, what's our
I don't
level
know.
of...
You tell me.
Okay. What do you think, Gus?
I think Finn's reaction is probably going to be different than Aurora's, because as soon as Finn
Okay.
gets a chance, he's looking for something sharp. So,
It's gonna pull off.
Just cut
yeah,
it off.
Like I
he's
said,
been under the influence of enough stuff lately. He doesn't need more things on him.
I'm telling you, he's just gonna pop it off like it's the back of a 3DS or something. and
He's
change the
not.
battery,
He's not a
just, like,
Lego.
pop-
You can't just take a part off.
We bleed. We are once again full people. I must remind you.
Man, it's like a phone case. Come on, just
Oh,
like
good lord.
Once again, fully people.
Purdy needs a like android anatomy lesson.
sensitivity training.
Sensitivity
for
training.
androids.
So
I
ironic
was
giving
bad.
a role on this ship.
I thought I was bad.
Purdy, you are the HR. You have to give yourself a
Yeah,
reprimand.
literally.
I have tried to learn about the androids. They are resistant to me. This is what
You
happens.
just
when I'm-
learned more in your whole career in the last dream sequence.
Yes. Basically.
Yeah, I think Aurora is not focused on this, just kind of spacing out.
You see Chet's look over at you, Agnes. So your friends were contacted by the gods.
Yeah, there's a bit of that going around.
He lets, as soon as you say that, he looked down at your hand like as you're putting the gloves. You too?
Seems like it.
Did you find out anything? Did you see anything? They all were into
Yeah.
memories, I think.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Just dreaming of the family. I've got I got a little bit more of a message, though. We have to find temples and artifacts in temples that'll help us keep this at bay. Shit's bad.
Okay.
The last thing we needed is more artifacts to go fetch.
Well, these ones will help take care of the other ones.
Finn has found a file and is beginning to file in his hand.
Aren't
That
Give
will
me
work.
give me an athletics roll, Finn.
That's not gonna go well.
aren't they already taken
Ed.
care of? Like,
It shatters upon contact, the file.
Told ya.
Soon as you go near the tattoo, it just shatters.
You don't know how much trouble I had when I had to try and get rid of this one. And she pulls up the sleeve. And there's a wheel.
I don't want this.
yeah, and like I want this.
This happened to you before, Agnes?
Yeah. I mean,
I just thought that was a weird tattoo.
yeah, but it's also a blessing. Some bad things happened, and when the bad things happened, I got protected.
Hmm.
And now more bad things are happening, so I guess I need more protection.
Are you the god's favorite, or are you just that unlucky?
I'm beginning to think I'm just that unlucky.
Okay.
Well, to be blessed not only once but twice, I think that's luck. Or if it's not, then you should treat it as such.
I think it's being meddled with.
I feel
It's-
particularly lucky.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, the dream I had was not a lucky one.
They never
I
will
got
be.
enough stuff to deal with without God crap.
What temples?
Unfortunately, Agnes is going to look over all the parcels.
You only see 6.
Where's the 7th?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too. Your friend didn't have it on them.
Everyone looks at Stella.
Lasagna,
Just
top hat, bunny ears, overalls. One's missing.
yeah.
I think it was a bow tie, not bunny ears. I didn't want to be too
Oh,
I didn't want to be
that was a
too
bow
I didn't want to
tie.
be
Yeah,
too
you
on the
don't
nose.
One's missing, and I have.
So, yeah, what had happened was
What had happened was
I was, I'm gonna say, for lack of a better term, kind of evil. And me, in all my infinite wisdom, decided to put it in a box somewhere, on my way here.
A box somewhere? Do you know where?
Yeah. I remember where I put it.
Okay, because we're gonna have to get that because if we don't get it soon, someone else will.
If it's not gone already, how long have we been asleep for?
it's been 12 hours.
Oh my
Shit.
god.
oh
It's
wow.
gone. There's
You
no
guys
way.
got there like
So
late
gone.
into the night cycle. It is like 2 p.m. the next day.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
to be fair, I was evil at the time, so
How were
Not
you
really
so
me.
evil that we couldn't tell?
This is it's
rude.
It's
And
it'll
also,
be okay.
that sounds like a you thing. Like, how did you not notice that I was evil? Like, you're the
Me?
HR person, you would notice. No, Agnes, I'm pretty sure I got really good at lying to you.
When
I
did
think you
that
got pretty good
happen?
at lying to all of us.
Wasn't their fault.
Thank you, Fen. Like, they get it.
At the very least, let's just try and find where you left it and see if it's still there, just on the off chance it is.
Okay, but this is Saturn, so drop a cell phone anywhere, it's gone in like 20 seconds.
Let's just hope evil you hit it better than the average bimbo.
Can
Cool.
you or Agnes, can you or Chex track it? I mean, it's pretty intense, mystical stuff. Is that possible?
I don't know that I've got the right accoutrement for that, but
Chet seems
try.
pretty OP. Like maybe he can do it.
Chet's chuckles.
Actually, I go to one of the computer consoles.
Yeah.
And I would like to cast Spiritual Consultation. You draw a spirit into a comm unit or computer, allowing you to consult the spirit for information. I can
Okay.
ask the spirit a question. Any number of times equal to my wisdom modifier,
Okay.
which is +4. So I can ask 4 questions.
Awesome.
And
Does
yeah.
it specify like anything about the spirit itself or no?
So it says questions asked of the spirit are wasted if they aren't relevant to its field of expertise or aren't achievable with the skill checks to recall knowledge.
Okay. I'll bring up the spell so I have it in front of me. Okay, spells, be probably under here. What level spell is this?
It is a 2nd level, but I can upcast it.
Okay.
If I cast it at, let's see. Currently, I have spell slots up to 3rd level. So if I cast it at 3rd level, more stuff happens.
So it's 3rd level. They get a 14 and 1 skill of your choice. So what skill are you wanting the spirit to be related to?
Mysticism.
Mysticism? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do just a flat roll with this +14 for the spirit, and that'll tell them how much they know when you summon them. Okay, they rolled really high. Okay. So yeah, you kind of pull some of the residue magic that's kind of filtering on the air from the ritual and just like ball it up till it starts to form up into a ball in your hand, and you just like slam it into the computer, and a question mark appears on the computer.
Hey, so one of my friends had a really powerful magical artifact. I hid it somewhere. I just want to know if it's still in that same location.
You get a ... symbol in the middle, and then a few seconds later, no.
Do you know who has it?
A picture of a Canis appears on the screen.
Don't.
Named
rough?
Ruff
Is it rough?
Riggins.
Don't.
Let's go!
Fucking knew it.
Stella, I got some real bad news.
Oh.
I got some good news and I got some real bad news.
I'll take the good news because out of the options.
The good news is I know who has the artifact.
And what's the real bad news?
It's rough.
I know. What's the real bad news?
How rough?
Riggins.
Oh.
You know.
Riggins rough? Riggins amount of rough?
It is a rough amount of Riggins, yes. Rough Riggins has the artifact.
That's not good.
I
This
think
is
that
a
Agnes
person?
has definitely heard Stella
Yeah.
shout and
Swear.
Yeah, Stella.
and
Stella.
curse the name.
Yeah,
Rough
Stella.
Riggins.
You glance over at the computer. She's asking questions, and just see his face smirking on the screen.
Great.
You do have 2 questions
Aurora's
left,
gonna lean over the computer, look at Ruff, and look over at Stella. This Ruff Riggins has a very punchable looking face.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. We've also got some history. So
In case you guys need a refresher, what it looks like. There you go.
Did you date this
Roll
person?
20.
Ew. No. I used to work with this asshat. Freaking.
It's just for the file, and I do.
Mm.
Great.
No, I
Stop
worked.
collecting information.
You hear a ping, like an AOL ping on the computer. Anything else?
Do you have
current
Ruff's current
location.
location?
Of this scumbag.
Searching. And it says, I'm going to roll, because there's 5 cities you have to go to. He's going to just via one to make this easier. So, hold on. Okay, he's in Hadestown.
Oh, Hadestown. Good, he's already gone to hell for us. Let's
Yeah, no. Let me. We're all gonna go. I know it's a group thing, but if we could let me be the lead on
Oh, of course.
handling him, I would appreciate that so much.
Yeah. I'm more than happy to help you clean up your mess.
What
Actually,
kind of
that's
asshole
kinda my
is
mess.
he?
Sorry. That was
No,
mean.
no, that was deserved. He's the type of asshole who not fired, but get you outcasted from your life's work because like he wants to
The
take credit
words
for all of the
dishonorably discharged, I believe, were thrown around.
yeah, those are the fun words to see in my Yep, you know what? I just
Am I allowed to shoot him?
Sure.
Okay.
Just don't kill him.
Oh, that might be tough. Okay.
I mean,
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so
more like rough.
Yeah, his dad is like a major general in the army around here. I worked with him. I was in his unit. I pulled off some bomb ass piloting and handling of a situation. Ruff, being him, took credit. And when I brought up my objections, I ended up, well, ousted with just the siren's echo. So
Ella, you would know that Ruff is also no longer in the military either. He eventually had too many flags that even his dad couldn't cover, but his dad bought him a brand new ship and got him into the same guild that you guys are in.
Nepo baby.
So if I killed him, that would be bad, or
make it look like an accident and it'll be fine.
okay.
I believe you do have one more question, right, Agnes?
Yeah. Would you be able to give me a way to track him?
There's a pause, and then like like one of those slots for like those old like rectangle like floppy disk that used to be a thing. A floppy
Yeah, the
disk
save
pops
button.
out, but then it like breaks off and opens up like a tablet, and there's like a little just like a think like the Dragon Ball radar from Dragon Ball Z. There's just a blip where you're at in the middle, and there's a blip where he's at. So the closer you get, the better it'll get. It's not the best, but it's the best the spirit could do.
Thank you.
I just want it known that as soon as Stella saw Ruff's face, their face has not stopped twitching in like anger. Like, so yeah, they're just seething at this moment.
Agnes, give me a mysticism roll.
That's a 29.
29.
15 plus 14.
You feel magic starting to gather around this computer as the spirit's leaving. You feel something wrench it and take its place.
I unplugged the computer.
You unplug the computer, it goes black screen for a second, and then the screen flashes red, and you see a skull face appear with a fedora and a cigar in its mouth on the screen.
Great.
Well, hello there, everybody. How's it going? I
Now
heard you.
this is a punchable face.
I heard you lost my cigar. I love the new person who has it. Much better than that other pup who was using it before.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Real
going to
cool.
smash the. I'm gonna smash the computer.
I was gonna say, can I,
I was
shoot
just gonna
the
cast
computer?
dispel magic at it. I was just gonna boop the computer with
So you
dispel
all
magic.
just in unison and boop it. It slams back against the screen and like it shatters, but you see on one of the shards, you still see his face. That was rude.
Nope. I'm gonna incendiary blast that motherfucker with my fist again.
As you run up to punch, he said, "Don't worry, Stella. We'll be back together soon." And he winks at you as you smash the screen, and he disappears from the computer.
Again, I want to point out. I
So,
was
see
evil
those?
at the time.
Yeah, okay. So that evil thing, that's another god, right? That's a big evil god. So the ones that you've got like the Sibylle things on, those are good protecting gods to stop us from the big bad evilly gods that are infecting each and every one of those items.
Why don't they just go fight each other?
Doesn't
Why do
quite
they need
work like
us?
that.
Yeah, gods don't do that.
They want to, but they don't quite have enough power in the realm just yet. They need champions.
Oh,
kind
wait.
of deal.
I'm sorry. They need champions. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So if saying taking out Ruff would be who is like the new guy, he'd be considered a champion, right?
Well, I mean, he's a champion of the evil god. Yeah.
Cool. And I got this thing. So me taking him out is not necessarily like
It's not like
super
a bad
terrible.
thing. No.
Cool.
I mean,
All right.
I mean, there's probably like real life repercussions because like his dad would probably be mad at you, but like,
Yeah, his dad can bite my tail. Anyway, we can go.
cool.
Yeah, Stella's gonna head to the door, like twitching as they head to the door.
Chet's just called
I'm
out.
gonna give Stella a little scratch behind the ears.
You guys be
Yeah,
careful.
I wanna.
I'll be here if you need me. You have my comm, Agnes.
Yeah, I do. Thanks so much, Chex. This
Yeah,
was,
no problem.
great.
I'll contain these. And he gestures to the artifacts. In the meantime,
If you could, that'd be great.
yeah, no problem.
Some bad folks might be stopping by to try and take them from you. Call me if that happens.
Don't worry, I got something for that. No worries.
All right. I know you do.
Captain, may I make a suggestion?
You may make it. I might not listen to it.
Well, I think it's a good one, and you might want to listen. But it's pride that we're dealing with, correct?
Feel like that one's more wrathful.
Wrath.
Yep. No, this is not pride. This is straight up rage.
I more meant rough. He's a prideful sort, correct?
Oh, yeah.
So could we not arrange it so that he comes to us by setting up a duel, maybe?
He won't do it unless it's like a public space.
Stella, give me a culture check. This is your planet after all. Add a +5 to your roll.
Oh, thank you. I know
I'm
how to
just
roll
saying
such-
we could toss the glove down, and I don't know that he'd be able to ignore it.
Natural 20, baby.
A natural 20
+7,
Yep.
+5.
You just if there's a question about the planet the rest of the time you're on the planet, just ask me and I'll tell you, Stella. But you know that Hadestown specifically is the home of the CFC, the Canis Fight-In Championships.
I hate you. But yeah, if we make it a public event, of course he's gonna show up, especially to take me down again.
Well, why spend time searching for him if we could just issue a public challenge?
See, the thing with the public challenge, it's gotta be one-on-one for it to be legit, so Aurora doesn't get her opportunity to shoot the fucker in the face.
I mean, I'm cool if we jump him.
He's not.
That's
her
more what I
problem,
was
though.
thinking.
And not to mention, Ruff usually hangs with a gang.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
don't need to be the one to shoot him in the face. I
you
could also, covering fire.
You could say he hangs out with a rough crowd.
I hate this so
God
much.
damn it, Pluto. You're
hate this.
so
It
much this
hurts.
episode.
It hurts so much.
Captain, you're
it's a whole
better
Reagan's
than
role
him.
is just too much for me.
But as you guys are discussing, you head out of Chet's store. You see the store. You hear a thrum of energy, and there's just immediately a barrier around the whole store. Like, you can see how like the magic itself is just like thick. It's like this thick of a barrier. Like you can substantially see it pulsing in front of the building.
I just want to clarify one thing. Purdy, what'd you say before Pluto started talking?
I said, Captain, you're better than him.
Just wanted to hear that again.
So
but with,
I think you could beat him in a one-on-one battle. I think that you could destroy his reputation single-handedly, and I think that none of the rest of us even need to lift a finger. I think you could do it.
Stella's tail starts wagging uncontrollably. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good that's a good plan. I like that plan. That would feel good.
If anything goes awry, of course we'll be there, and Aurora is more than happy to shoot his stupid face. But in this way, I think it would benefit you to pummel him into the dirt on an even playing field, so that for once and for all, you could prove that you are better.
Hey, Purdy, can you do me a favor and like shoot Ruff a message, because he wouldn't believe it from me.
I will issue a dual challenge.
An official challenge.
Yeah. I've got like a gauntlet in my room for some reason.
While he's reading the email, a holographic hand
Comes up and
Slaps him in the face.
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm so engrossed in this conversation, I'm gonna straight up walk into the magical barrier.
I think that was
see.
behind us.
It was behind you.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind then. That's security.
I think I'm going to Pluto. I think I'm going to pay for advertising space on billboards.
Yes. So many ads from Purdy.
To issue a challenge to Ruff.
How much
publicly.
would that be?
Speaks in ads. Let's go.
Give me a diplomacy check to see how much this marketing ploy is gonna get you and how effective it's gonna be.
I will help her with like a press release that would be culturally appropriate. I'd give her all that basic info.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll. I'll just give her a flat +2. I'll roll off your nat 20 for planet stuff for Saturn.
Awesome.
That would be 19 plus 18.
Okay.
Let's go. That's our girl boss.
Yeah, like you guys are walking the streets and you see Purdy typing away, and then you see immediately a billboard like down, like you turn the corner and a billboard. CFC presents Challenge of the Century, old rivalry reunited. Former Corporal Stella Lupin challenges former Captain Rough Riggins to a bare knuckle fight in Hadestown tonight. Will he accept?
Bare knuckle. Bare knuckle.
Yo,
Hey, no
let's
one
go
said
over
that.
the CFC rules really quick.
No one said that.
And with that, as you
What
see
are
the
the
ad, and
stipulations?
you see like Purdy somehow got like a really good photo of you from like your old military days on there too, and then one of him, and like you guys like it's like animated, so you guys are like moving. It's like the old WWE like animated promos. You guys like moving, and then you like freeze in place. And as you guys are looking at
That's a
that,
good photo of you.
I think that's where we're
Yeah,
gonna.
Captain, you look great.
I think that's where
How'd
we'll go.
you get my
on
war
our-
record?
Well, that's
What?
where we'll go on our first break for the night.
We keep going. Pluto's trying to get us. We're breaking,
It's
guys.
like,
We're breaking.
let's
Stop
break.
talking.
No, it's good. I'm glad it's rolling pretty nicely. So we'll take our break here for like about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll be back with a bare knuckle brawl.
Who said anything about bare knuckle?
Dog fight. Dog fight.
It is gonna be a
Oh,
dog
oh
fight.
my God.
Okay, I'll see you guys
Wait,
soon.
don't all dog fights
Wait a
have to
bit.
take place in like fighters?
Okay. Okay, we'll be back. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we are back. A challenge was issued for the break. We're just gonna zoom forward so you guys arrive in Hades Town. You guys take an air cab over. As soon as you guys get within city limits, a message goes to your wrist device, Purdy.
Yep.
It's an email from the CFC promoter, Dan Black. It just says, Ruff has accepted the challenge, but as he is the person being challenged, he set out rules for the fight. Meet me in my office, and he gives you a location in Hadestown. We'll discuss the rules. He sent a representative himself. He says he'll see Stella in the ring, and not a second before.
Yeah. Well, of course, everybody sends in their second. So I know the 10 dual commandments. I will let Stella know. And then obviously, I have PTSD going into people's offices, but I will suffer through it. I hate the words "meet me in my office."
A true champion.
To be fair though, this guy's office would not be anywhere near as nice as Greyhawk or Grey Wing or whatever the
Yes,
fuck.
you're so right. Like literally, I'm like,
Yeah,
in my
office
head,
is probably generous for this guy.
I'm in my head about it, and then like the second I step into their fucking shack, I'm just like, I'm fine.
So, are you all gonna go as a group, or is Purdy representing the
No.
team?
I'm probably gonna stay behind, but I would insist that Purdy go with some form of backup.
Okay. And you guys are in Hadestown, so you'll have to head to the outskirts at some point to get that temple hit up. So that is one of your locations too. Some of you could also scout out for that if that's something you guys would be interested in before the fight.
Agnes will do that. Agnes is gonna scout.
You're not gonna help me prep for my fight? Okay, fine.
I
see
mean,
you.
I could
Whatever.
help you prep for your fight, but at the same time, also I got a mission from God.
Just because Agnes is old doesn't mean she's gonna be that old typical trainer that's gonna be like the like in the
I'm
Rocky
not much
movie.
of a fighter, honestly. I mean,
I just got a
trust
scene in my
just
head
the
of
Mr.
Agnes
Miyagi.
driving like an Airbus a little bit behind Stella. Stella runs for a while through the city.
Yeah, you guys took a taxi here. I started jogging. Part of my training.
Yeah, you did a trade in on top all in one day.
You're pulling the taxi.
It's fine. Agnes, do your mission for God thing. No, I get it. I really do get it. I'll just.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'll be at ringside as soon as the match starts.
No,
I gotta check this thing out, probably.
Which is fair. We got higher calling, all that jazz. We got other shit to deal with. It's not just me and my beef.
I mean, your shit is very, very important because we're getting that artifact back.
Yes, we are. That too.
Yes.
So, which one of you twins is gonna go with Purdy? Because I don't know this guy.
I mean, I can't really help with talking, but I can stand intimidatingly behind you.
Wicked. That leaves you, Finn, to help me train.
Finn's been zoned out. He has no idea what you're talking about.
In my head, I just got an image of Finn using his extendo fist and just punching you in the face
Yes.
immediately.
That's what I was gonna say. Extendo
Just
fists
like-
are perfect for this.
Yeah.
Like moving targets for.
I
Stella's
mean,
approach.
honestly, yeah. Put a couple
Yeah,
mitts
just
on it,
like
just like
What?
wiggling.
zip, zip.
Yeah. So, Finn, you're gonna help me train, right?
Sure.
Thanks, buddy. I'll let y'all let me know what's up. Agnes, you
Yeah.
don't need backup because you're a freaking tank.
I mean, I'm not really, but I'm okay at getting around if I need to.
Yeah, nah. So like just keep your comms open. Everybody, like check in regularly because we don't want any more bad shit happening.
Okay,
Right?
so So Finn's accompanying Stella. Aurora's accompanying
We're splitting
Purdy.
the party.
So Agnes,
What could go wrong?
Agnes, Purdy, and Stella roll me initiative, so we
Well-
can see who will go to first.
I was going to suggest perhaps Stella could go to the temple as well, and you can train on the steps just like Rocky.
I mean, there is a statue at the top of the steps, so you can just throw up the steps and then.
Well, I mean, Ruff's not going to meet you until.
Yeah, how
After
But you guys aren't actually going to the temple. You're trying to just get information, because the
I'm just
temple,
scouting.
the temple thing, Agnes would know is like a whole test in itself, like getting to it from the city. So you would all need to be together for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
It's just gathering intel.
Yeah,
Agnes is
not
basically
not even a
close.
chat, Stella. You would know that people don't leave the cities, even later to the temples, unless it's like a very like armored tour, because the wildlife on this planet is insane.
yeah, we are.
God.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so
Initiative.
break, I guess.
Okay, initiative. Agnes, Purdy, and Stella, please.
Not good.
Agnes got a 20.
Okay, 20.
Yeah.
7 plus 13. Or 7 plus, yeah, 13.
5 plus 2.
Pretty just wants to watch me train before she goes.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
That's Stella's fantasy.
it's my story. I'm sticking to it. As I hop around Finn's like extendo arm.
What did you roll, Stella?
Use him like a
Oh
jump
wait,
rope.
yeah, I gotta roll too, because well, at least I got that out of the way. Now, 8 plus 6.
It's total?
No, 8 plus 6.
Oh, okay, so 14.
I'm gonna make you
got
math.
So...
14.
Use one of Finn's arms like it's a jump rope.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna
yes,
do that to
double
him.
Dutch.
I'm not gonna do that to him.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, so Agnes is up first. Agnes, what would you like to do? You're in Hadestown. Where would you want to go to try to figure out some information on the Pluto temple? It's nearby.
Agnes is gonna hit the streets, do some I think Agnes is gonna like do some research, find a computer terminal that's hooked up to like local information sources, and is gonna try and do some research about this temple.
Yeah, you can quite easily enough find a library. Let's go ahead and have you roll. Let's see. You open a sheet that actually has the skills on it. I'd say mysticism, honestly. It's religion based still, so.
Okay. Not as high. It's only a 20.
Only a 20? Yeah, there's not much about like the path to get to the temple, because not many people's made it on foot ever and come back.
Most people probably take like another mode of transportation.
Yeah, they take a sky car, and there's usually like some type of police escort. Like the tours are really rare. It's usually only dignitaries from other planets. And that's for like all the temples on the planet even. All the cities are surrounded by like deep vegetation, like Amazon, like think Amazon forest, but it wraps around the whole planet. And the only non-forested areas are these cities that have been carved out. So there's all natures of animals and beasts, and even like some weird corrupted creatures, because the weird was most concentrated here on Saturn when it like expanded.
Yeah.
So not much is, there's parts of the vegetation that like has not been explored. It's like the ocean on Earth. Like people have not explored the majority of what's down there. No one really knows much of what's in those forests.
Am I able to find out who built the temples?
The temples, weirdly enough, were here when it's like from the like the start of like the Canis becoming sentient on the planet. Like when they became humanoid, the temples were already built.
So something older built them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll say the last thing you find doesn't go into much information, but there's rumors of like the 12 test of Saturn is what it was called, and that like someone like very early on has been rumored to have been able to actually on foot reach each of the 12 temples and receive the blessing. There's different rumors of who it would have been. There's like different historical like myths about like how Earth has myths about Hercules and all those people that did all these stuff back in the day. There's similar myths here on this planet of like famous Canis who had like
someone
showed
doing the 12 labors.
yeah, something similar, yeah.
Okay. That's all I can find. What am I gonna do? What I want to do as well is I might cast that spiritual consultation spell again and just get like a little bit touch more information.
Sure. Mysticism again, right?
Yes, it is mysticism.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast it at 2nd level.
Okay. I made a little bit lower of a roll. Let me bring the spell up again.
Mm-hmm.
So 2nd level, it's a +10, so I rolled 10, so it was only a 20 on their check.
No,
so
it was the same anyways. So it's probably more of the same.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit. It was a little bit lower of a roll from the first one, but yeah, you can ask your questions.
Well, I rolled a 20 as well, so
Oh, okay.
that I know the spirit would probably know as well.
Probably, yeah. I mean, you can ask more specific stuff, and
Okay.
I'll see if I can. I'll see what I give you based on what you asked.
Just any word on the person that was able to do the 20 or the 12 temples. On that.
It gives you different. It gives you different like speculations on historical figures from the past. There's like their first Democratic leader. There's like one of their like top athletes. There's even a couple of philosophers listed. Like those are like some of the big names that come up when they speculate on who it could have been.
Have there been any recent archaeological expeditions into the jungle to look into the temples?
The last one was attempted 15 years ago, and none of the team made it back.
All right, that's a little bit disheartening, but is what it is. And then I think I'm just gonna say, I'll ask any insight as to there like dignitaries do visit from time to time, and some of them have made it back. Obviously, would I be able to get the name of one of the dignitaries that has been able to make it back?
The
They're
last
still alive.
The last dignitaries to visit the temples here was in 3797, and it was the father from the android race.
Shit. Okay, that's gonna be a no-go on asking the father anything. And then I got.
And he was accompanied by one person.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up here right now. He had an android assistant with him named let me see. Just reading through someone's backstory real quick. Give me a second. Their name was Airy.
Airy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And my last question is Airy still around?
Yeah, you get a says Airy is a top executive for like the United Android community for their like UN things. They're like head of interplanetary affairs, so they're the ones that like handle guests when they visit Europa, pretty much.
Sounds good. That's it. That's my 4 questions that I can ask.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else you would like to do?
That's about it. I'm gonna start heading back to meet up with the rest of the crew.
Okay,
That's all
so
the research that I can do.
sounds good. Okay, Stella and Finn, just tell me how this training montage is going now. What's going? Do I need to? I don't think I can play Eye of the Tiger, but just hum it to yourself.
Uh, the way that I see it is like Finn is got looped into this and is just like, okay, extend arms, and I'm trying to dot, like whenever he goes low, I dodge it and then like try and tag each to each hand at like random times. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm diving and dipping and like jumping over them.
Dip, dive, dodge, and
Yep. Dodge, dip, dive. Something else to dodge.
Finbar throws a wrench at you.
Finn looks completely disinterested, but his hands are flying all over the place to give you more targets. But the look at his face is like,
Like a 1,000-yard stare.
yeah.
Yeah.
And give me an acrobatics roll, Stella. See how good your training goes.
How dare you question me? 14 plus 17.
Oh. Do you think first?
So 31.
I'm telling you to math.
Finn, make an attack roll for me. Just with your normal weapon.
Great, love it.
Sure. Let's see. Do you remember how to make an attack roll? There we go. 25.
Okay, yeah. Finn's attacks are
First
coming
high
at you.
attack roll I've ever rolled.
Yeah. The 31 beats it.
It's
So
against
like,
your captain. Rude.
yeah. Yeah, he's getting really close to hitting you with that 31. Though you're able to get around, but this is a lot more of intense training, I think, than Stella was expected from Finn.
So as Stella's hitting my hands from time to time, doing can I flip my hand over so she punches the tattoo once just to see what happens?
Give me a perception check.
You're gonna blow up your hand.
Perception 16.
You hear contact, but you're not sure. You don't see in the moment what it does. Or you don't see like where it hits.
Probably.
I hit it with my left hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So then they're like bouncing off of each other.
Equal and opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but anything else you want to do for your trade-in? You just using the automated arms.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. To like get in the flow, because I haven't been in like a good one-on-one fight in a minute. Under my own power. So yeah, I'm just getting back into the flow of things and remembering.
Okay, awesome.
How to fight.
Yeah, so you guys spend a couple hours before the fight just training, getting back into that habit, and we'll cut over to near the stadium. It's an office, it's like a big gym that's just across from the stadium. And his office is literally just a room that overlooks like the ring that's in the center that like some of the fighters train in before the fight.
Smells like feet and sweat. I hate it.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, strong smell of icy hot too.
We'll find the office.
Yep, you go upstairs and you just see that you see him at his desk. He's actually a human. He is a Ceresian human, even. About like 6'2", completely bald, a little bigger, just in like a very like salesman looking suit, if that makes sense.
So he looks like the Monopoly man.
No, they like a sleazy like car salesman, like that whole
Okay.
stereotype. That's what he looks like. He's like, oh, are you Stella's representatives?
Perdita Paulus. And
Nice.
I will put my hand out.
He grabs your hand and kisses the back of it. Very
Thank you.
slimy kiss to the back of your hand.
Or
Grab a
does
seat.
not extend her hand.
Grab a seat, you guys. You girls want a drink? I got scotch.
No, thank you.
I
We
just
came here for
wordlessly-
business.
I would like to wordlessly stand behind Perdita.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so I got the contract set up here for the fight. Be a lot of profit. I know that wasn't your goal. I think it was just your. I remember hearing some stuff about him down with your captain, um, quite a years back before I came to Planet. But Ruff has agreed to the fight. His second should be here any minute, in all the terms. And as he's starting to like bring out the contract and stuff, you hear a knock at the door, and you look over and you see a 4 foot tall Canis, a Pomeranian breed.
Stacy.
Like um
No, I
uh
like that we're basically
fe-
equivalents. She's the Canis equivalent of me.
yeah,
She's like a big puffball and so
yeah,
short.
just a big blonde puffball of fur. And she walks in and is like, yeah, you're with Ruff. Stacy, was it? Yeah, that's me. Ruff sent me here with his demands for the fight.
So glad I didn't go.
Oh, you
Nice to
must
meet you,
be
Stacy.
Stella's friends. How's she doing?
Excellent, actually.
Good to
we,
hear.
We decided upon landing on Saturn that a sort of conversation should occur between the two of them. And we figured that this would be the best venue for it.
Stella was always trying to punch up, so made sense. But yeah,
Well,
Ruff decided on the type of fight. Thought that Stella could use a little help, actually. So she looks over at Dan. He's like, "We're gonna go with the war game rules." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Gonna have to push the fight back another hour. Yeah, I can get that set up. Miss Perdita. So with
specifics.
that, Stella's gonna need to have at least 3 teammates. The way this goes, there'll be 2 rings, 2 steel cages surrounding the rings, and the teams will be in holding cells outside the ring. A member of each team will start, and every few minutes, the teams will rotate members in. No one can win the fight until all the members of both teams are in the fight. And then it's just first one to be knocked out successfully, to knock out, pin, or make someone give up in the match. That team will win the fight. Anything goes. We do have magic dampeners around the ring, so anything that would normally be lethal would not kill. Same with technology, weapons, and such too. But there will also be weapons provided to make it a little more entertaining for the crowd.
Well, this was meant to be an honor fight, but I can see that Ruff has no honor, and he decided that he needed to hide behind 2 other people. He's too afraid to fight Stella one-on-one, I see.
Stacy chuckles. We just know how physically challenged Stella is. We thought that she could use an advantage in the fight.
I don't need no stinking advantage.
You're not
she
here.
needs no advantage. She needs no advantage, actually. Thank you for the consideration. I think if these are the terms that you're only willing to allow, then I don't know that we could go through with this fight.
Well,
Is Ruff that afraid, truly?
Ruff's not afraid. Ruff thought he'd just make it a spectacle. So he could really put this all behind him once and for all. When he not only just crushes Stella, but, your little crew as well.
It's not between our crew and yours. It's between Stella and Ruff.
Well, this is what Ruff wanted. So, take the fight. Don't take the fight. Talk to Stella. Tell her I said hi. And just take the contract with you. And she reaches over and just signs her name on her side of the contract. Let us know. Dan here can get a hold of us. And she just tells, and like, boss bitch walks out. Just like full struts out the office. I mean, she's only 4 foot. It's not that impressive of a strut,
What
but
if-
she does it.
Stacy, what if we made it lethal?
Aurora smiles for the first time.
Lethal? I mean,
Yeah, if you're truly not afraid of us or Stella, then why don't you put your money where your mouth is and put your life on the line?
you see her smirk, head back over, and just add that to the contract and walk out. And I need you to make me a sense motive check.
Okay.
Can I also roll, or can I?
Yeah, you can also roll.
Try to help.
You do get a -2 to those rolls, Aurora.
13 plus
Yeah.
12.
13 plus 12, 25. Okay. Aurora?
No, I get a -2 to bluffing, but it doesn't matter because I rolled terribly.
Okay.
I
cool.
got a 15.
Yeah, to you, she just seems cocky.
Yeah.
Purdy for 25. Actually, let me roll a bluff check for her. Yeah, she seems pretty cocky. Like, she doesn't even seem phased by adding it in there. She just like looks up at the sign and smirks at you and says, "We'll see you soon."
Make sure you write up a will. And I will also leave.
You signed the contract?
I'm gonna read over the contract first to make sure that there's nothing else in here.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard fight contract. It just has the specific section that Stacy wrote in the rules, and you see that she added lethal to the end of it. And then there's some like CFC related stuff, like winner of the fight gets all the profits now. Because you see he scrambled over there and wrote that because obviously there's no second place in a death fight, so there's no cut of the profits for them. No. So it'll be a clean. CFC takes 70% of all profits from any fight, and then the other 30% split between the fighters usually, so you get the full 30% of the profit. Which means the more entertaining the fight is, you guys might make some money from this. So if you don't die.
I'm not worried about it.
Sounds good. But the way that rule works is, so like once everyone's so no one can die until everyone's in the match. And then whoever kills someone on the other team first, that team wins. So first death ends the match.
First death. Oh, that's a bummer. I want to kill his whole crew, but okay. First death wins match. Gotcha.
Okay.
Can I do some sort of perception check or something to get the vibe of Stacy, like physically, not like what her motivation was, but like how much of a threat she is?
Yeah, you can give me just a general perception.
She's a Pomeranian.
Pomeranians are mean sometimes.
I know. They're mean. But you could also punt them across the room.
Perception?
Yeah.
I rolled a 9 plus 15, so 24.
Yeah, you definitely feel like she's more bark. Yeah. That she doesn't look like physically capable. At least not like in a martial type way.
Inevitably, there will probably be 2 giant Canis that will walk into the ring. Either that or like Ursa something.
2 Canis enter, 1 Canis leaves.
Yes. I think I will consult with Stella over the rules, just so she knows what she's getting into. Although I doubt she will run away from a fight. Seeing as we've pleaded and begged her to run away from fights before, and she hasn't. So, but just as a courtesy, so that she knows what she's signing up for, I'll take the terms to Stella.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say you all, Adnis, Perdita, and Aurora all make it back to where Finn and Stella said they were setting up to train. You guys get there. You're just seeing Stella just like diving and dodging through Finn's arms that are just literally a blur, and you hear like metal, like fist on metal contact every like couple seconds or so.
I think I want to convince Finn to like hold out his arms, stand very far back, and start like swinging him so I can double dive.
So you could what?
So I can double dodge.
No. If you would like to try, go for it.
How persuasive can I be? Would this be diplomacy? Or
Stella roll diplomacy, Finn roll a will save.
really good at diplomacy.
And you can have like +5 to your will saves. I know save checks are lower numbers than skill check numbers.
I rolled an 18 plus a 17.
35.
Oh, good lord.
I told
got a
you I'm really
27.
good at diplomacy.
27. So yeah. So Finn, how does Stella convince you? Like, what makes you give in?
I just
What
not
would
worth
it
arguing
take?
with her.
Just too much talking until you just like fine kind of situation.
I mean,
Pretty
it's not
much.
that hard. All you have to do is hold the pole and then just swing your arms around, and I'll just hop in there whenever. Like, you can totally do that, right, Finn? Like, just do it, buddy. Come on. It's just a part of like it's cardio. I mean, like, come on.
Stop talking.
Okay.
So what you see happen is Finn goes to like a pole, grabs the pole, and then stretches out as far as his arms would go, and then just starts rotating his arms. And that's what you guys see as you guys get back. Come on, Casper, you gotta do a double Dutch thing. You gotta give me
That's
like double Dutch.
impressive.
Do the double Dutch song. Think of
I
like
don't
one
know a
of
double
those
Dutch song.
Dutch, double Dutch.
Assuming I did double Dutch when I was growing up. No.
You're failing.
I
I
did not
can
either.
see you have a very specific taste in women, Stella.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do like a cartwheel out of this.
Give me an acrobatics.
Can I try and trip her?
You sure can.
Yes.
Give me an attack roll, Gus. Attack roll versus an acrobatics.
Okay. Well, that's
Ah.
16 plus 17.
33.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Yeah, you try, but they're already out of the
I
jump.
couldn't even reach that if I rolled a nat 20.
Sorry.
At
What?
the promoter thing.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Weird.
What are these rules? What's going on? Wait.
Stacy came to speak on behalf of Ruff.
Stacy's with Ruff now?
Yes,
This is
apparently.
rough. Wow.
Talk about sloppy seconds. Jesus Christ.
The conditions are not. They want to have a 3-on-3 fight rather than a solo.
Or
4-on-4.
4v4.
I thought you said it was 3.
3 people with the fighters. Like they can
Oh
pit
my
3 members
god,
each.
that's even worse. What the hell, man? I thought it was only 3. This is gonna take forever.
No. It was supposed to be a one-on-one match with me and Ruff to finally
Yes.
settle this shit.
He's
To
scared.
I mean, technically,
Obviously.
you did say that we should keep an eye on Ruff's people, and like this is a way to keep an eye on Ruff's people.
but
Also,
that,
Purdy let us make it lethal.
It is lethal now.
you know he has the artifact with the rage monster,
Yes, but
right?
he's not
Like,
going to be allowed to carry a cigar into battle.
anything goes with CFC fights.
Not this one. There are specific
no.
weapons that we're allowed to use.
Can
And
I
they're given
see
to
that
us.
No,
Not at the
contract?
he
ring.
did say, and I think he did say anything goes. You can bring in whatever weapon you want.
What the fuck?
They said
And
they'll have.
give-
They
Not
said
paying
they'll,
provide
attention.
extra weapons as well.
yeah, they'll provide entertaining weapons as well.
War Games doesn't technically have any weapons, but it also doesn't have any rules. So
You
I don't
can
know what War
literally-
Games
in
is.
War
I've
Games,
never watched
You could
a fight
literally just
before.
grab a weapon before you enter the cell, and then go in the cell with the weapon in your hand. pretty much.
Were you not the right person to send to this? Because like, I mean,
Okay, that's not fair because I checked the terms and conditions. I don't know anything about fighting. So my character went into the situation.
No, that's fair. Your
Inspecting
character
everything.
wouldn't have known anything about the fight either, so they just did what they wrote.
okay.
Read.
I can read over the terms of the contract. If
Uh,
it says like anything goes, or you can have whatever weapon you want, literally wrote down that they provide you with the weapons.
Yeah, it was
Well, they do,
it was
but you can
anything
also go
goes,
in.
and they provide other weapons for more entertainment value.
Yeah, you can go in with your own weapon, so homeboy will definitely be smoking that cigar. Um,
Well, in that case, I can outfit you with several grenades.
I
And I mean, if you want me in there, I can get close enough to Ruff, and I can get
hey,
rid of that influence.
It also
Where's-
appeared to be, correct me if I'm wrong, Pluto, but it was like one-on-one matches rotating, right?
Yeah.
So
Or
one
is it
person,
4-on-4 at once?
one person on each team starts the fight, and every few minutes it'll rotate back and forth between what member of a team enters. So I'm gonna roll when the fight starts, and we'll
Like a
see whether
Pokemon battle?
we'll
So it'll
stay-
start
so it'll be
one-on-one and then more
1-on-1,
people will
then
join.
2-on-1, then 2-on-2, then 3-on-2, then 3-on-3,
Cool. Oh
my
until
God.
all teams are in, and then once all
I'm
teams
happier
are
with that,
in,
honestly.
then you can go for the
You-
kill to end the match.
You can't win or lose until everyone is inside.
Yep.
It's literally just beat the crap out of each other for a while.
Yeah, beat the crap out of each
I-
other until everyone enters the match, and then whoever gets that first kill wins the match.
Agnes, where is Ruff right now?
I grab the scanner.
The bleep's pointing in the direction of the stadium.
He's at
Cool.
the stadium.
Wait, I've got a risk communication thing, right?
You do.
Mm.
I'm gonna try and call up Ruff and probably get Stacy. That's gonna be fine.
No, rough answers. Give me either a perception or a sense motive check.
Mm.
Take +2 because I'm next to you.
Which one's better? Oh, that one's better. 17 plus 16 plus 2.
35, okay. So as he starts to speak, which I'll do that in a second, you hear a double talk as the voice of the Florida band is laced with his voice.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
hello, Stella. How is it going?
Hey, I just got the contract for this fight. What the hell?
Hey, I thought you wanted it to be a public spectacle. I thought we should make this entertaining. Your new crew versus the best crew in the galaxy.
This is a one-on-one
It's
beef.
not. You should know that's not how this works. We're captains. We have a crew. I don't do anything alone.
I want to use
Howard!
I want to use antagonize against him.
Okay.
I want to say just the right thing to get him to fight me one-on-one. Basically calling him out to be a punk ass little bitch. But you know, in nicer diplomatic terms.
Okay. So what does antagonize at Satley say?
Antagonize is a fun little feat. I know how to make my foes extremely angry with me. Shouldn't be hard. He's got the cigar of anger. As a standard action, you can antagonize a foe that can see and hear you by attempting a diplomacy or intimidate check. DC equals 10 plus your opponent's total sense motive skill bonus, or 15 plus. If you succeed, the foe is off target and takes a -2 penalty to all skill checks for 1 round plus 1 additional round for every 5 by which your result exceeds the DC. Holy crap, this is a lot of words. Or until it makes an attack against you, forcing you to attempt a saving throw or damages. I'm just really trying to piss him off.
I made my roll. Go ahead and make your roll.
Okay, cool. That was a lot of. You had me read that whole thing just to make your roll. Oh, hey, look, natural 20. Plus, what's my diplomacy? 17, so 37.
Okay.
Jesus.
So what do you say to him?
So many credits.
I'm having a good day. Yeah, no, oh yeah, no, I understand. I understand you want to hide behind your people again. You can't face me one-on-one. So this is almost as bad as you hiding behind your father to get me out of the core. But you know, that's fine. You can't handle me on your own. I can easily take out your entire crew.
You would have been out of the core eventually anyway. Everyone knows you weren't meant for leadership. I just got a little fast-tracked on the way out. But if you're so cocky, contract's already signed, so this fight's happening the way it's happening. but I'll start the fight for my crew. If you got any guts, you'll start the fight for your side, and we'll see what happens.
Convince him to be on the downside of the numbers.
What?
Yeah, he'll be like,
There's always a disadvantage.
Yep.
Convince him to take the disadvantage, so it's always us being up a number.
Yeah, he'll be like,
down a number.
he'll be like, even, yeah, he'll continue with that. He'll be like, even with that nat 20, be like, yeah, you can even have your crew enter first. You need the help, honestly. So, might as well let one of your crewmates, I suppose, enter first.
I just want to clarify, did Purdy sign the contract? Or
I did not.
We did not sign the contract, so your side may have. Yeah, you're like Stacy might have signed it for you, but are you the type of person to let some underling dictate how you're going to fight me? Okay.
The idea was
you've
my
gotten
idea.
worse.
The idea was my idea. This is going to happen. I got to make a spectacle out of what do you guys call yourselves? The Echo or something? Yeah. The only thing that's going to echo or reverberate in this town is me beating the shit out of you and your crew.
Whatever.
Maybe I'll kill the little moth girl. Maybe that'll be who I'll kill in the fight. Or maybe the old lady. Seem to care about her a lot, right?
He can try.
I mean, she's probably about to die anytime anyway, right? How old is she now? Like 140, 150, something like that?
I don't know. She's older than God, and many have gods have tried to take her. So, like, you want to fight Agnes, brah? That's on you.
That's a death sentence, honestly.
You want to die? Fine. That's fine.
You should be afraid of Stella, but my God, Agnes gets in the ring, just run away.
I'll see you in the ring. Sign the contract. Be there in a few hours. Just run her down. I'll be waiting. And it clips.
He agreed to go.
He agreed to go first. He agreed to go first in the fight and give you guys the advantage number wise. So your team will enter first each time.
Fine. Whatever.
Okay, so are all of us in the fight?
One of you has to sit out.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Purdy, sit out.
Yeah, I'm more helpful on the sidelines anyway.
Yeah, most of your stuff's just crawling out, so you could easily use your stuff and not be in the fight.
Yeah,
so.
literally. It's better if I am.
You're the cheerleader.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna sit there and start barking at him.
Yes.
Do it.
All right. So, this guy is gonna be a punk, and make this everyone's problem. Fine by me. I'm going in first. Who wants to follow up?
I can give you covering fire. Or yeah, honestly, any of us could be good support.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need me to be a ringer, I can be a ringer.
That's the pain train.
Save Agnes for last. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can make sure everybody stays up.
Yeah.
And I can make sure they stay down.
That's fine. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because
like
they won't turn on the lethal. They won't turn off the stuff that disables lethal force until every member's in. So you can't go under 1 hit point until every member's in the fight.
All right. So the order is going to be me, Aurora, Fen, Agnes. Any objections? No? Fantastic.
Sounds good.
Why I'm last?
No, you're third.
Third.
I'm last.
I say I have buff spells, so
Yeah,
I
I want to
mean-
save my healers.
I don't really have buff spells, but I've got things that can make them hurt.
You might be able to do a little bit of buffing before we enter the ring. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Buff before the
anything
next
goes.
Like right before Stella enters the ring, you could probably do some buffing. At least one, I would assume.
is spell concentration not a thing in this game? I'm literally looking over my spells and I'm trying to figure that out, and I don't
Not
think it is.
really.
I don't think so. I think they just have durations.
Cool. Much better.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, does checks have anything that can disable the influence of the artifacts? Like, you know
No,
how
but
there's
Yeah.
like magic disabling cuffs and stuff.
It would Agnes would probably know it like takes a little bit off, but to like fully cut a connection, you need something big like the ritual that he did.
Well, I just more
I
want
have
to
enough to make it a
cripple.
little quieter.
Yeah.
I've got dampen spell, which can
There you go.
shut it down a little bit.
Okay. I just
want-
wanted to see if there was something we could maybe sneak into the ring and then slap on him like a nicotine patch, and get him. Just throw him off just a little bit.
Well, I mean, I got a rolled up newspaper. I can boop him on the nose.
There you go.
I would love to see that.
I got a squeaky toy in the audience. Just eater.
I feel like Agnes has that because they've definitely used it on Stella many times over the years. Just bad dog.
No, bad.
Yeah, nah. Agnes, I just want you to be extremely careful. He's gonna probably be gunning for you. He knows you're my human, so like when I say extremely careful, I mean like don't kill the whole crew before it's time. Is my main thing. Same to you, Purdy. I know you're not in this, but I don't trust Ruff as far as I can throw the guy. So, and he did.
I am going a little underpowered. I've got. They had to use a couple spells, to look up some information.
That's cool. I hope to end this relatively quickly. So.
If he sicks Stacy on me, I'm confident that I could punch her across the room. I'm not worried about that.
I also did get you like a basket
Well,
full of grenades. so.
Stacy, is Stacy much of a fighter? I don't quite remember, Stella.
Well, she was
She didn't look it.
feisty when I was dating her.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember her actually being.
Yeah, the
Well,
only kind
fighter.
of arena you fought Stacy and Stella is not really applicable to this type of fight.
Does not make eye contact with Purdy at all. It's just. So yeah.
Listen,
This
I never
fight.
liked her anyways. She was bad for you.
Yeah, in more ways than one. Anyway, let's get this over with because this guy's starting to get on my nerves.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
one? The guy possessing him or the actual guy?
Little column A, mostly column B.
Okay, you guys headed to the stadium?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head to the Hades Dome. You get there. As soon as you guys get there and you arrive, you see some of the staffers waving you over. So we have.
So Pluto, I'm just 1 second. I'm a little bit disappointed in you that you decided not to do a Hell in the Cell.
I wanted to make it. I wanted to make it a group event, and it does technically have a cell, so it's somewhat close.
It is similar, but it's still
Yeah.
not Hell in the Cell.
I wanted to. I
don't know what
honestly
this means.
just finished my career with my male superstar in wrestling, and they had me do a War Games match, and I was like, I could totally use this in a game or something. So
You and me both, Casper. We're both like,
She was just like, okay, words.
don't know what that means. Sure.
we'll explain after.
Continue your
for you
narration.
non-wrestling
We'll
people.
debate this later.
But yeah, you guys get there, and they're like, yeah, we have a room set aside for you. There's some like other matches we had scheduled for the normal card before this whole thing came out of nowhere. That's first. You guys will be in the main event. So there's refreshments in there. There's gear if you guys need any gear. I also need a song for you guys to walk out to and a team name.
Is Siren's Echo.
That works.
A crew name.
What's the order for your team tonight too?
1, pointing to Aurora. 2, pointing to Finn. 3, pointing to Agnes. 4.
And he goes around and like writes your names down. He's like, okay. And you're the manager then? Points to Purdy.
In a way,
Okay.
if
valet.
any of these people could be
Valet.
Extremely
I would
accurate
try.
assessment.
So it is anything goes, but valets cannot enter the ring. Do with that what you
But
will.
they can be ringside, right?
They can be ringside.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Nothing offensive from the valets, at least.
Never.
Okay.
I will say my goodbyes to everyone. Make sure that I have their will on file.
Oh no, you get to walk out with them. It's just when the match starts, you'll go off to like the outside of the cell and just stand out by the ring.
Yeah, but I also want to scope out the area.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
And then before I leave, I will pull out a handkerchief and tuck it into Stella's jacket. It's for good luck.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
And then I will give her a kiss on the cheek and leave.
Knowing that I'm going to be taking this jacket off, I'm going. How big is this? How big is this handkerchief?
Well, we are almost the same size, so it's like a handkerchief, like the kind that medieval ladies would give to the knight before they go into battle.
Oh, so a big ass handker, like
It's
a
just
big
a
ass
handkerchief.
scarf thing.
You can wear it however you want, man.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna tie it around. Yeah, I'm tying the token around my neck like a bandana, like a dog with a bandana. All right.
I love that.
The lipstick prints. The lipstick prints are showing on the side of it. The token.
Yeah, and
I'm obsessed.
it matches the lipstick that's now on my cheek. I'm like, this is not going anywhere. Let's go.
Love that. Yeah, you guys get to your locker room. It's like I said, there's gear where there's locker rooms if you want to put stuff in lockers. There's just like generic type like tights and wrestling gear available. There's also some like generic armor, which is not as good as armor you guys already have. But yeah, you guys have a locker room. Purdy, you said you're scoping out the arena. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so normally is there we all know that fighting is corrupt. Like there are people who are more than willing to fix fights and things like that. I don't feel the need to fix the fight, but I would love it if I could impose some sort of disadvantage on the enemy by bribing someone.
Maybe some mechanical malfunctions.
You want to try to bribe? You want to try to bribe an official?
Not an official, no. Someone who does like maintenance and things like that.
Oh, okay.
In the locker rooms, giving them supplies and whatnot. I want to make sure that one of the guns misfires or something like that.
Yeah, you head out and you catch the staffer that led you to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did you need something else?
Well, I was just thinking, I've heard that there's been a couple malfunctions in fights like this in the past, and I was just thinking how unfortunate it would be if one were to occur with our opponent, whatever the name of the crew is.
Yeah,
and then
it's just the Rough Riders. He's not the most original person.
I will just swipe open my wallet on my watch screen.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay. Let me see.
You know what? Just tell me if you don't roll a nat one.
Okay.
Because I rolled a nat one.
Okay. I believe I also have some sort of something for this, but I don't know where that is. Anyway, that's fine. I'll roll it. You said diplomacy?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a natural 20 plus
You just
18.
you rolled a nat 20.
Let's go.
They rolled a
So
nat
many
1. He just looks at your bank account number and he just stares at the amount. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He just opens his account and sets it up for a transfer.
Okay. Let's see. Where is my money? Oh, I've got plenty. 200 credits should suffice.
Yeah, 200. That's more than they're paying.
Already
me,
loaded.
Yeah, 200 credits is good. Good. That would be great.
Okay. Well, I certainly hope we don't experience any sort of unfortunate mishaps in the arena. But
Yeah, that'd be such a shame. He smirks.
it would. Thank you.
Yeah, glad to help. I mean, he just like scurries off.
Yep.
It would be pretty to roll a nat 20 or on the opponent roll a nat 1 to bribe someone.
Yes.
Like I was gonna suggest that if you can get him to rig the doors so that one of them doesn't quite open.
Well, the problem with that,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
that's
thinking
true.
about that, but the problem with that is we can't finish the fight.
We can't finish
until
the fight
all of them
unless
are
all the doors
Mm,
open.
yeah.
I was
So
just thinking open it
no,
late.
I thought about that too. I was like, damn, Finn could really hack into the system and just stop one of the doors from opening, but that's not going to help us, unfortunately.
Mhm.
That's
we
true.
need them
You're
all
right.
to
You're
open.
right.
Okay.
But if something malfunctions or some of the armor goes missing, or
Yeah.
it's slippery in
all
one
good
of the
and valid things.
cages because someone forgot to dry after they mopped, just anything like that. Anyway, passing it on to you.
Yeah,
Good
so,
luck, team.
Yeah, so Purdy does that, heads back, and then like maybe like
That's
a
our
little-
HR rep.
like an hour and a half into the night for the main event, the staff comes out. Oh, yeah, you guys are up. We'll put you in position. Ruff's crew will walk out first, and then when your guys' music hits, you guys will walk out. Do you have a song that you would like? What's your walkout music, guys?
In my head, X gonna give it to you. Popped in. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's
That
definitely
works.
what it is. That's what it is to you.
I'm so sorry.
Love that for you.
Wow. It's just like Mr. Blue Sky or something.
Oh no.
Something horrible.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
they walk out to I'm a Barbie girl.
No. So yeah, you hear Rough Riggins and them walk out. They walk out to This Is How We Do by The Game, I guess. We'll throw it back. It says we're doing old school rap,
Oh my
apparently. So Ruff and his crew are outside. He's like, first up for the night, for the War Game special, we have Rough Riggins and the Rough Riders. And you just see Ruff and 3 other Pitbull Canis accompanying him,
Yeah, of
all in
course.
heavy armor. With all wearing like weird, like somewhat similar to the knuckles you have, Stella.
What kind of dog is Ruff again?
Ruff is. Let me bring the picture again.
Didn't you say he was like a German Shepherd or something?
Yeah, he's a German Shepherd Black Lab mix. So he has like he's black fur, but he's like the build of a German Shepherd.
Or he's not even a purebred.
Okay. But yeah, he heads out.
Mutt Riggins.
And the challenger, and X gonna give it to you, plays. All of you roll me a performance.
oh
Oh God.
god.
I don't even know
The
where that is on my
challenger.
sheet. Do we have
Is
that?
there another thing in here? hope so.
I don't have performance.
Oh,
Performance is
damn.
not-
I think
it's,
else. Then we're gonna do. Let's see.
Did I do acrobatics and just do some cute little flippies?
No, you guys have to roll intimidate.
Oh,
Actually, not bad at that. Actually,
I'm fine with that actually.
But yeah, you guys enter the and walk out like, and enter in the ring. Led
Not me
by
rolling another
Stella
natural 20.
Lupum, the Siren's Echo.
I'm rolling like shit. I got a 17.
Yeah, natural 20 plus 18.
I think Stella just goes into full anger at seeing Ruff as they clear like the entrance,
Yeah.
and it just looks scary to everyone in the crowd.
So
My claws are
you had a
extended. My
17,
hands are on
Aurora?
fire.
I started chant. I
That
started
is
chant in the
13
crowd.
more than what I got.
Oh,
Oh!
I
yeah.
got 4.
Alright, what did Finn get?
16.
Yeah, so Stella comes out, they're like kind of scared, and the two androids come out, and they're like, okay, androids, someone intimidate. And then the old lady comes out, and a lot of the
The
crowd starts
sweetest
laughing.
looking little
They
old
just
lady.
start laughing, like, they're like, what the hell?
They have no idea. They have no
Good.
You
idea.
hear from the crowd,
We
where's
want
your
them to
walker? Where's your
underestimate
walker,
her.
Granny? Get out of
This
here.
is ideal.
And then you hear, the nursing home's that way.
Go ahead and underestimate her. She's gonna kick your ass in a second.
I'll do this stone cold bird flip.
With double birds.
Love it. But yeah,
Gotta hit
you
someone with the
you
stunner
guys
before
go
the
out.
end of
So
Stella,
there's two
Stella.
cells. There's two like 15-foot tall like 10-foot wide cells on either side of the rings, for your crew to step in. And they gesture for the three of you who are entering to enter that. And the ref opens the door, and in the second arena across from you, you see Ruff cracks his knuckles, pulls a cigar out of his armor, lights it, and just goes like this. And that's where we're going to end it.
I told you.
It's almost 12. We do not have time for a whole War Games match.
I
don't wanna wait.
Let us fight.
Nope, you gotta wait. You gotta wait it out. You gotta build the anticipation.
Ruff enters the ring and then slips on a banana peel and knocks himself out.
I need to write down their character sheet names so I don't forget. But with that, if you have anything to promote, tell everyone where to find you, etc., etc. Anita, why don't you go first?
Hello, everybody. I'm Anita, otherwise known as Panito or Critical Misses Online. I'm a TTRPG streamer, graphic designer, producer, and cat mom about the space. You can find me Sundays for this game, on another game that I can't quite talk about on Tuesdays. And on Thursdays, you can find me for the next couple weeks over on Cyberpunk Uncensored for Flight Beyond the Veil, which is a Star Trek Adventures game. And then on Fridays on my channel, I am running a Star Trek Adventures campaign. We are on our second episode. It's season 3. We're doing a little bit of a time skip this time, and it's a good time. You should check it out. There's a changeling on a space station. It's not DS9. And you can also find me Saturday mornings for Morning Ritual. It's our TTRPG talk show. We have had guests, big and small, and our 100th episode is this Saturday. So come check us out. We'll probably have clips from all of the people that we've interviewed. So you can see clips from us interviewing Brennan and Matt and Abria. It's a good time. Come check us out. And that's it. That's all. That's me.
Okay, awesome. Rose.
Hi, I'm Rose. I've been playing Perdita or Purdy or Perdita, however you want to pronounce it. I go by Ghost Adventures on Twitter and on Twitch. That's Ghost Adventures with a Q, not a G. I am still not Zach Baggins. You can catch me on, here, or Tuesday nights with the Gamer Ghoul Gang. We've been on a Stardew Valley fix, and it's been real fun. We kind of do role playing, and also I fish a lot. It's weird. If you don't like that, but you like more TTRPGs, I will be playing again this week with the Initiative Order. We're going to be returning with Rogue Radio. We've been off for a couple weeks, but it's a Fallout campaign, and I play a ghoul. It's completely different from this character. I also play over on Praetor's Rejects. We're going to have, I think, like a series finale type thing, but like not series, like it's just we're gonna be on hiatus for a long time, so we're doing something epic first. But that'll be this weekend on Saturday. If you follow me on Ghost Adventures, I always tweet before a show starts, so you can always see that and catch it there.
Awesome. Isabel.
I am Isabel. I've been playing Aurora, and you can find me all over the internet at Isabel is okay. For streams and stuff, there's some TIO stuff in hiatus that hopefully we'll eventually have a finale for. But so check out the Initiative Order on Twitter, follow along there. And yeah, otherwise be my friend on Twitter if you want to play games with me.
Awesome. Jess.
You can find me here in a Dresden game that I will make Pluto talk about, and in an Avatar game that I will make Casper talk about. That's my outro.
Love that for you. It's like I play in games with these two GMs, so they can advertise it. Bye. Okay, Casper.
Hi, I am Casper the MB Ghost, or let me just do this correctly. OCO, I'm Casper the MB Ghost. I'm a Black Cherokee Sapphic writer of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror that also plays tabletop RPGs. I created a lesbian werewolf scripted podcast called Howl. You can find it anywhere you listen to podcasts. I have not that much on my plate, actually. Every other or alternating Wednesdays, I'm on Stardust Ghosts with Neon Lights Roleplay. And on this Thursday, I have an interview going up on my channel, Casper the MB Ghost, where I talked to Pluto. about stuff and things. And then I've got a game coming up next week. Um uh but I'm not exactly sure what it is or the details of it. So ha ha ha. But on Friday I have Avatar Legends on uh wait, what's that channel? Oh, Cracker Jacks. ELHMK1's channel. I play a water bender with a grizzly bear dog.
Love that for you. Okay. And I am Pluto. I am a non binary, bisexual content creator and game master on a quest to run every game in the known universe. I am now a community leader over at the Initiative Order. So if you're not a member of that, go join that because they are a group of awesome people. We run both games on and offline all times. Which, speaking of, tomorrow night, I will be over there at 9 p.m. Eastern playing Frankie Oliver, the Green Arcanite Ranger. Um, and I believe this Tuesday is the Dresden game as well. At 10 p.m. Eastern, I will be GMing a Dresden Files accelerated game with Gus here and some others. I believe we're on episode 2 or 3. Yeah, I want to say 3. Um, on Fridays, Gainer Gossip, podcast me and my wife run. We talk about all things Acton, TikTok, and tabletop at 4 p.m. Eastern on Podbean, Amazon Music, Spotify, and YouTube. So check that out this week. Still iffy about which guests we're going to air this week, so just keep an eye on the Twitter for that. And then on the other alternating Tuesday, so next week, same time as the Dresden game, 10 p.m. Eastern, over on Open Circus Studios, I run a dark cyberpunk. Gotham City meets Cyberpunk 2077 superhero game called Origin City Suits in the Dark. And that is a lot of fun, so tune out for that. And then the other thing on my radar, Pathfinder charity campaign starts in May. I still have open call form up for that. If you are a non-binary person, I am running an all non-binary table. So if you haven't applied and want to play, apply. It'll be every other Monday, every first and third Monday of the month, starting May 15th. Open call is up till the 24th at midnight. So if you still want to apply, you still have about 2 weeks left to do so. And that is everything for me, I believe, at the moment. So with that, we will see you guys all next week for some war games, and we'll see how this turns out for the crew. So see you guys all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.